Time for some insanity.
welcome. I'll join Fern MALF really quick.
Head is actually tails, and then Queen Elizabeth is heads. That's, we got the funky Canadian coins. So,
well, I'll just go for heads. Keep it simple.
Okay. Let's see what turns up.
They do be flipping.
It is tails.
Ooh, it doesn't fail.
That's
So
you
that
then.
that means I get to pick. So okay, I don't really do like research or due diligence into my opponents. I usually just ask Zeno what he'll tell me, and he didn't say anything about you.
He didn't?
No.
That's crazy.
So I guess I mean before I make a selection.
Let
is
the
there
record
any...
show I did, but MALF missed the message in Twitch.
Oh, you
so...
did? Okay. Well, sorry, my bad.
That's perfect.
I was probably getting my butt kicked in Hades, so.
Oh, probably a hard game. I wouldn't know.
So I mean, yeah. How do you like to play Balatro? Like what?
So my recent thing, just playing through Major League Balatro, has been, I feel like I need to take people to higher stakes more than I have been. And that's like my current takeaway from playing multiplayer. Now that doesn't mean I can't play White Stake. Had some good games, but that has been my takeaway. And then when it comes to decks, like, I don't know, man. I don't have any strong opinion there. There's a lot of decks that people like and people don't like. I'm probably just about the same.
I feel like we're in very similar boats in terms of like I have no particular favorite deck, and then also my methodology has been playing on gold stakes more because there's a lot of very good players in this league, and I'm not one of them. So you would think like, oh, play on white stake then, right? But my thinking is gold stake makes it there's less wiggle room, right?
Yeah.
So that the good players, maybe they slip up and you can luck out, right? So
yeah, I get what you mean.
So that's kind of where I've been at. And I don't really play a lot of white stake anymore. So I'm like out of the flow of like those super high nanim fronts and such. So I think given all of that, I will pick gold stake, and we can
Gold
see what deck you're feeling.
What deck am I feeling? Ooh. Let's do... Let's do the checkered deck. I don't know. I haven't brought people to the checkered much. I want to do the checkered deck.
It's one I just don't play it because I don't. It's weird. I don't have like a hard time with it. I don't think. I just don't enjoy. I
think a lot of people don't enjoy it because it's flushes.
Yeah, I mean you can do some pretty cool stuff with it, but
do you want to make the lobby?
Yeah, I'm just getting that set up.
Cool.
So select checkered deck, gold stake. I will copy the code and let's see here. I'll paste it in our little thread for you.
Okay.
And hopefully that works.
It looks like it did.
Okay.
Checkered gold. I am ready.
I'm ready. So I guess we'll do the same thing. Kind of, we duke it out on mute, and then during PvP we get the trash talk.
Gothic's joining me, by the way, chat.
Okay. Well, I'll see you on the other side then. Good luck and
good luck.
And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Hello, Gothic.
Hello, Zeno. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm excited to have a co-commentator in this one, and yeah, we got checkered deck, gold stake. I don't know. You're in the Onyx division like me. How much do you know about these two competitors?
Not a lot. I kind of haven't really been paying as much attention to the other side of the league just because it hasn't been as impactful to my results. So apart from watching the games that you've been casting down on the couch sometimes, I've not been paying close attention to what they've been playing, how they've been going about their series this season.
I will say in the Bloodstone division, someone has a great meme that's on the starting page about how the number one in the league is actually the small blind on Gold Stake, because there's just so much Gold Stake gameplay that goes on in this division. MALF, very, very good at it. I actually think Fur is one of the more talented players in the division despite being at the bottom of the standings. I think Chad's heard me say it. I've said it to a couple other people. Fur's been like one decision away from having like 4 or 5 wins. And the funny thing is Fur even realizes that. Like, that they could have made slightly better decisions. So
I think so many games come down to a couple of decisions, especially when you've got lots of players who are kind of an equal standing in their skill level. Just one mistake on maybe winning a hand too quickly and not getting those $5 from discarding the right card because you had a discard left but you didn't get to utilize it, and then suddenly you can't re-roll that one extra time, your opponent finds a card you don't get, and everything starts to kind of crumble from one small misstep.
Correct. I do, and sometimes it's not in your control. Like this is an RNG luck-based game in certain aspects. For example, I was playing Raring yesterday, and I purple sealed a Heart King. He purple sealed a Diamond King. In the preceding ante, he drew that purple seal every single time on Gold Stake. I did not draw my purple seal once. And that, like, there's not a right or wrong answer to that question. There's just randomness. So it's like, it's a mixture of everything. It's like, you have to play so efficient when you're playing PvP Balatro. And then on top of that, there's going to be a little bit of luck. What do you think about this decision for both players to go business card? I love grabbing an Econ Joker, even if it's Eternal on Gold Stake. I just think, you know, yes, it's taking up a spot, but you have to get to the end game for that to matter. And to get to the end game, you need economy.
I agree. I think it's kind of become the meta among a lot of us that you have to find an economy joker from somewhere. And if that economy joker is going to be Eternal, then you're just going to have to deal with being one joker slot down for the rest of the game. But you can't afford to keep that slot open and not have the economy.
Yeah, I would truly say that 80% of, maybe 80 is a little bit high, but it's around 80% of games, the person that generated more money wins it. And a lot of times, and that figure may be slightly high because there are certain times where basically you generated your economy early and then you switch them all out for great scoring jokers, and your opponent's generating economy, but you win the game at that point. Basically, what I'm trying to get at, make money. Make money means you can see more stuff, means you could get better jokers, get better deck manipulation, get better cards. And that's how you're going to win when you're trying to out-optimize someone.
It's more rerolls and more pack, and that's kind of really the two fundamental things about having money. Like, okay, you might get a voucher every now and again that helps, but you're going to see less of those over the course of a run. Mm-hmm. Do we think that Fur is going to take Wrathful here because we're playing on checkered deck? Is it too little too soon, or is it enough to just kind of keep you alive for a while?
I like the decision to grab it, and the reason I do is because it can make the difference in the first PvP. And another thing is, if we get a singular glass card, that Wrathful Joker matters so much more versus a flat plus mult Joker up top, because the glass can now duplicate the ×2 from the plus mult that the Wrathful Joker gave you on the card instead of after.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it, because if you find a photograph, you put that photograph at the end of a flush after 4 other scoring cards, and suddenly you've got 12 more mult that you weren't going to have otherwise.
Exactly. Any of the scoring suit jokers, even Steven, Smiley Face, they're all very, very good. If I see them in the first 2 antes, maybe even ante 3, it's like almost an instant grab for me. I am surprised. Yeah. So we see the duo on MALF side. I wasn't paying close. Oh, a Bloodstone. Well, that's going to be useful on checkered deck. Did MALF skip for a rare tag to get that? I don't know if anyone in chat saw, or if they both.
I don't know.
saw
I
it.
missed it as well, but it's certainly a divergence.
Yeah. What could be a divergence here is if MALF doesn't, and they probably will see the Bloodstone. I think they will see it as soon as they finish this blind. That could have been a big one because MALF was definitely thinking about skipping for investment tag. Would have cost them in not seeing the Bloodstone. That is the risk in skips. Like they can actually, despite what Raffle says, they can be somewhat powerful in multiplayer. But you're losing out on a shop, and in vanilla Balatro, that's really important because that's a shop you'll never see that exact queue again for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and I think MALF here having the duo is so much stronger on checker deck where you can be playing a flush that has a pair with it inherently. That is something that's going to be so much more valuable to him here than is going to be on other decks. And he's clearly very excited to see that Bloodstone.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. Is you see duo, you see checker deck, and you're like, well, I'm going to be playing flushes. But the thing is, I mean, ideally, you're moving the flush houses rather quickly, even on gold stake, if you can get any kind of deck manipulation.
Now, it's how quickly can we get rid of all of our spades? We don't care about the spades anymore.
Exactly. All right.
Zayna's still in the room with me, but he's muted his microphone. Don't know what's going on there, if it's just me talking to you lovely folks.
So every Friday, unfortunately, they have decided to use fucking, excuse my language. Yes, exactly. It's so annoying. It's not even funny. So anyway, I'm not going to, because we have Gothic in here, we're not going into to hear their PvPs because we're going to talk through it. Or Gothic's going to talk through it because I have to talk over this.
So, you think it's probably going to have to be a win here for MALF if he can find a pair of hearts. Like, both players have the Justice. We might see one player choose to use that Justice sooner than the other, and then that will inform whether the second player risks that glass card. But Fur is getting off faster. MALF not yet catching up, but if he can find... He's got a pair of hearts in 4s now. If you can just find that 5th heart, I should imagine that he's going to score more with his flushes than Fur will with theirs.
Yeah, and I think
going to be point to MALF.
Seeing that pair also incentivizes me to use the Justice, in my opinion, because we know this is going to be a big scoring hand. We know we get X4 even if somehow Bloodstone went 0 for 5. And I do also like putting it on a Jack of Face card that we can build into in the future if it doesn't break. So... Generally speaking, we also got 2 odd cards, which is nice. I believe Fur also had 2 odd cards in theirs. So yeah, MALF should take this by a cleared X4. Or not.
Start of our glass card queue. It breaks, and he is only just ahead. I guess Fur's Bloodstone's working more in his favor on the hand that he played, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm a little...
Get 5 hearts at the end.
Something that could have happened. Did Fur didn't have it for the... Did Fur have it for the big blind? Because then they would be desynced on the Bloodstone progs.
I think he did buy it sooner, or he was playing faster. One of the two.
Well, there we go. Despite every... Oh my god. An Oops All 6s and a Chad is an insane shot for when you have Bloodstone business card.
Yes, so we're clearly going to see goodbye to Wrathful. And then, would you get rid of Odd Todd or the duo?
Odd Todd. Like, they're both around X2s, but, you know, yeah, I think they Odd Todd.
Yeah, I think keeping the duo because we know we're going to get all of our Bloodstone procs now, so we're going to have a bigger number to multiply for sure.
Correct. But yeah.
And then, will we see anybody try and take blank voucher this series of shops? Because the economies aren't really supporting such a purchase right now, but anything could happen. We've got some gold cards in the deck, I think.
It's like they fucking wait, chat, for the stream to start. Because, like, the one time I didn't stream on a Friday, they came at 10.
I don't think I've seen either player play a flush house or a flush 5 yet, because we haven't had the manipulation for it. But certainly no fears of not being able to get through the blinds here, unless somebody gets too greedy and decides that they really want to play these high card hanging Chad business cards to their own detriment, because 35 points is not going to win blinds.
No. But I definitely would be being extra greedy here, because you have every face card with that Chad that's $6. I mean, that is an incredible amount of money, especially on gold stake, where there's no guarantee, especially since this oops is perishable, that we're going to see this kind of money ever again.
Yeah,
so
MALF here choosing to play a full flush rather than discard a few spare hearts. See if you can find a face card to grind out those last 2 hands for extra money.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I think we look here, and they're both at 32, despite MALF losing last time. And we hence, I believe Furs made quite a bit more money this round.
And he's going to get that $3 from the gold card and the blue seal proc on the flush. So he's just going to keep accelerating here with his lead.
Yeah, and as you pointed out, I missed it. Fur had a flush level in that PvP. That is why, despite MALF's, I was expecting X4. Well, the Bloodstone wasn't super reactive, and then the fact that it wasn't X4 because one level is already, I want to say a ×2 with the extra chips, and then 33% more molt.
Yeah, especially when that molt starts at kind of the very first part of your equation, and then having Bloodstone procs to keep growing that number, it's just going to go larger and larger against where MALF would start even being 1 molt down.
Yep.
With the same number of procs, you're going to end up in a much higher place because those gains will just compound on each other.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, a ton of money generated, and we see that Fur's already passed MALF in total spent. As they're about to head into the big blind. MALF doing a little bit better job with these high card face cards. But I think, you'll see players like myself sometimes greed so hard they lose a life. And while that, I would argue, is never worth it, the reason that happens is because you're really trying to get every ounce of value out of the blind. And I do think in this matchup, with how this is going, MALF needs to play a little bit more on that angle instead of being so safe with holding, a silly amount of excess hearts, in my opinion. Like, even there,
yeah. Why are we playing this hand this way when we could play the king high and then play... We don't have photograph. We don't need to play that face card in the final hand, but if we draw the jack or a different king, we get double the value. But it's so easy for us here in the booth to just, pick up on every tiny thing. It's so different when you're there doing it. And I know that I make all these kinds of mistakes all the time when you're trying to focus on so many things, not least talking to your own chat, thinking about where your opponent's at, not just every hand that you're playing in the moment that you play that hand.
Yeah, even at times I'll make decisions in game that seem totally rational. It's like, if I was commentating myself, I would be perplexed with the decision I just made, because it's so much easier to sit here and just analyze.
Maybe in my next game, I'll just talk about myself in the third person. It's like, oh, Gothic's thinking about ending the round here on his own hand, but maybe he should think about getting more value, and I can just manipulate myself into playing better.
Yes. Wow. Their streams are very synced up. Appreciate that. Also, shout out to...
Both.
Go ahead. No. Go.
Both with the blank voucher, so we won't have a discrepancy on the voucher queue if the antimatter does come up later on in the run.
Yeah. Although we have seen, if we get even one voucher different, things can can change, as we've seen happen a couple times in Major League Balatro this season. But no, all of a sudden, I would. Ooh. Oh, I thought it was a flush house for a second. I thought MALF had an extra 5. And I was like, wow, what a draw. But does not seem to be the case.
So it's flush level 6 versus flush level 2.
Yeah, and we're seeing
2x for MALF, given that the guaranteed plays on the Bloodstone now.
Yeah, and it's just not like the levels are so important because it's not just the base molt, which the base molt is already making up for the times 2 with the level difference. It's also the chips. And Fur has Odd Todd, which Odd Todd at level 6 is about like a 1.4, 1.5x, but all this is adding up to actually be far bigger than what MALF can do. And this is all stemming from Fur looking in 1 extra standard pack while MALF saved, which is totally understandable, but that standard pack rewarded Fur with a blue seal, and they've been pretty lucky and good at digging for that blue seal. I mean, here again, this is like the 5th straight round that Fur's been able to get a Jupiter card.
And it is the last round we're going to see this Oops All Sixes in play, so MALF's power level is going to come right back down again. So he needs something that can make the difference.
Yeah, and that
one more round of Oops. Excuse me.
Fur could have waited and won that. Yeah, I didn't see what Fur played that caused them to lose score. And here's hack. I mean, you have to take the Eternal Rental hack. They both... MALF did lose class. Yes.
Like, you would get rid of Oops here if it's on 5 of 5, right? Because that number's counting up in our UI, not down.
It counts down. It's broken on Oops for some reason.
It's broken.
Yeah.
I see. So it's got whatever. It's 2 rounds left.
Yeah.
But that's not a long time for it. But it's a lot of money in 2 rounds if you can play 5 hands around.
Yes, if you...
Business card, hanging Chad, that's tons of money.
That is... I believe another blue seal for Fur, and it's on a heart gold card, which I think makes it almost a must grab. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I mean, we play 5 face cards. Let's say we high roll. That's 10 procs. That's 10 extra dollars a round at least, and that's if we only played the face card in the first slot, which had every single time. So I weirdly, because Fur's not tied to this duo, like of course you know that 2x is important and it's going to matter in the PvP, but Fur's going to be able to make more money. And honestly, if they skipped to the PvP with the Oops, which I think is a reasonable play, that also is way more scoring than just a duo. Though I don't know if Fur has 1 or 2 remaining, because I think Fur may have got it a blind early compared to MALF.
Yeah, MALF just unable, without these blue seals, to increase the level of his flushes. And as every round goes on, if Fur can just keep finding a blue seal, I know you've spoken at length that if you can pivot to flush 5 or flush houses, you kind of immediately wipe out kind of 6 or 7 levels of flushes that you might have been working towards anyway. So maybe that's a pivot MALF might be able to make to get back some of that value. But at what stage can you think that MALF could do that Fur wouldn't be able to do that?
That's a great point, and that's funny you said that. It's like you're reading my mind, Gothic. I was going to reply with exactly that I think it's going to matter for this PvP and maybe next, which absolutely could just straight up win for the game. But I do believe we are going to get to a point, especially with the economic generation that we've seen thus far, where we are playing Flush House, Flush 5, and those flush levels won't matter. But those blue seals will matter when we start doing that as well. Like, having levels in those do matter. And we saw here, Fur left the small blind with $64. was able to get a red seal 2 due to that. I assume MALF is going to look in those packs, but there is a lot less money to play with on MALF's side, so we could start seeing a pretty large variation. And for not deciding to skip to the PvP to have oops with the Bloodstone, which what's your take on it? I have a co-commentator here. I don't know how I feel about it, so what would you do?
I think I do skip. I think I value trying to get those early round wins, but I think that's often to my detriment because so many of my games I do well across the first 2 or 3 lives, and then my opponents pivot or find something I didn't find and then come back to completely crush me. So I think in my experience it's probably better to not skip, get more money, see more stuff, and because ultimately it's one life versus the whole game of the spoils of your economy.
Yes. MALF lost a life. So we're seeing kind of how Bloodstone works without that oops. It's not just half the amount of X-Mult. It's also the fact that it's randomized. So you can have low rolls at the one instance that you can't have a low roll and you die despite the EV being enough to survive.
And tell me, what's your take on Fur not selling oops or sixes in the cash out screen and coming to the shop with that Joker, meaning he can't see it again because he's still holding it? If that was me, I would be very adamant to sell it before coming into the shop just in case I Joker block myself because I'm already holding something that the shop wants to spawn.
Crazy take. I think... You know, oops is... I get... I don't know what the chances of seeing
see one in 145 other Jokers rather than the chance at another oop.
Yeah, I think I'd rather just take the oops, especially because we have business card. I was going to say I don't think Bloodstone is the end-all be-all in Vanilla Balatro because we do have glass cards, and that makes that oops Bloodstone synergy a little less viable because your glass is just so constantly breaking, and we're on gold stake where it's hard. It's not very easy to make tons of those justice cards. And just thinking about it,
checkered deck.
They are on checkered deck. But if Fur had a full hand of glass 5s and MALF had a full hand of oops Bloodstone 5s, the glass still beats the Bloodstone oops. And that's why I'm kind of okay not... Normally, I would say I'm okay, like, oops is not that kind of Joker that that I need to sell on the cash out screen. However, because we have the business card, I actually completely agree with you, because I do want to see it, because it's going to continue my Econ generation. I'm just going to... It's good enough. I don't need glass if that's the case, or I could pivot to glass at some point in the future, because I'm going to have so much money.
So we've got level 11 flushes for Fur right now. I think MALF's maybe on 3 or 4. But rather than playing a flush here in this PvP, he's gonna greed the gold.
I do think MALF has several extra 5s and 4s at this point. So I do believe MALF is going to attempt to flush house. Which is actually...
a few wilds as well.
Yeah, I think it's exactly even, funny enough, with Fur's level 11 flush, or very, very close. Fur there is also greeting a little bit of the to-do list of just like, let me just play as many flushes as I can.
I mean, yeah, if you're going to get a to-do list hit at this time
right?
Space, you're very happy to go, oh yeah, I'll take those flushes all day long.
Yeah. MALF so far not drawing maybe what they need to, but I think seeing first score, they realize they maybe don't need the flush house.
No, but you can see 10 more cards tops.
Yes. But I wonder if... Yeah. Playing this glass 4 first. I mean, this is going to score way more than what Fur was able to score, and they do have the pair. But Fur could come back with high rolls on the Bloodstone, and I think Fur still has a glass somewhere. Maybe not.
Oh yeah, MALF very happy putting up the 500,000 there.
That 2 red seal that Fur did pick up, very important, but it is on clubs right now. So there's a bit of work to do in terms of making that the dream card for our setup.
And interesting that he would play the Wild 7 here rather than holding a Heart for a last hand, although I guess at this point he knows he's not making it back with hands and the cards that he's got, so he's less worried about trying to find one big hand to win the round, and he's just maximizing his score.
I think they were digging there. I do kind of agree, though. I would just get the flush level, even though it doesn't matter as much at this point. Like, you're so high up there that now the interval of each Jupiter card is not that important. Because Fur doesn't have a glass, I'm just gonna get the flush level. I know I can't win.
And then the Nacho Tong making me hungry, but giving us 6 hands per round, still with business card, means even more greeding for cash. But it's going to be, can you even find 6 face cards to play over the course of 6 hands?
Probably not.
And so MALF currently taking the decision of a blue seal or a purple seal. I think early in the season, I was very much like, oh yeah, get a blue seal and then get the levels, and then those levels compound higher with your retriggers and whatnot. But I've very much come around to the talk of take a purple seal and just use that for deck fixing, because that can do the glass for the scoring and everything else rather than just the levels for the scoring. And an idol appeared. Fur's already got it. I'm seeing MALF find it now.
Yeah, I think you gotta grab this if you're MALF. And then if it hits any low heart, you do have extra copies of 4s and 5s. It's an easy skip in my eyes to the PvP. I agree, by the way, on your point. I think at this stage in the game, it's purple. Again, we're probably going to build into stronger hands like flush houses and flush 5s, but we do have to survive the blinds. This idol does make it a lot easier with Chad, because as long as you draw that version of the card, which, because we're in checker deck, it's highly likely that you're going to draw one of the two, even though there's been deck manipulation at this point. Chad idol is, what, times 16 on your score without all the Bloodstone?
Yeah, comparing that to the duo that he gave up for it is a very easy choice at that math. So right now, both players, after all the things that we've changed and gone through, the exact same set of 5 jokers right now.
Correct, and arguably, I think MALF has slightly more deck manipulation too, although it's decently even in terms of the amount of enhanced cards. MALF has more wilds, which I think are important, more low cards. Fur does have that red seal.
MALF playing a hand here with a queen high flush. When he has a discard, he can get rid of 3 cards, look for a face card, play high card, and get $4 or $6.
Yes. I don't know if MALF was he worried about scoring and played a bunch of low cards with the queen, just to have re-triggers on the Bloodstone maybe.
He did, but when the queen's in the front spot and his idol was on the Queen of Hearts.
I completely, you got it. And this is an excuse sometimes I give with players, but at this point in the season, you really have to start learning the scoring if you're going to win games. Because you have to min-max in that way.
Fur going up to level 12 flushes. But each one of those now less and less impact on his overall score, because as a percentage of that gain, it's narrower and narrower.
No place for that mail and rebate.
No place for that showman. Especially not an eternal one.
No. Not at all. And this is here. I'm just going to address YouTube comments that may or may not exist after this video. Of people saying, look, that's why you don't take the business card, is because, look, there's a mail-in rebate that we don't have space for. When, if we didn't take the business card, if either player did not take the business card, they've lost the game already. It would have been a 4-out live sweep. Probably died to a couple blinds because you would not have seen so many things that we've seen so far.
Yeah, you wouldn't have had $200.
Exactly. I mean, we're at, and so here's a note though. We had Fur hold on to the oops a little bit longer, and I think we've had Fur dig better. Fur is at level 12 flush and has spent almost $100 more than Malf. I think I can't keep saying this because at some point you have to, if it keeps happening, you have to reflect, and there might be some gameplay aspect to it. But it seems like Fur keeps getting unlucky that we're kind of with the same set of jokers despite that econ difference and despite that level flush difference. Even I think the to-do list gave us another like $24. It's been raining money on Fur's side.
Yeah, when he had 5 hands and could play five flushes in one game, it's just every little thing compounds to going, oh yeah, like have another reroll. See 2 more cards in the shop.
Now Malf deciding, do I have to use this? Which technically, expected value, and to your point, Gothic, he absolutely does not need to play the glass. Now, also technically, the Bloodstone could never hit. That is a possibility, but
we can see that Fur's idle on King of Spades for the PvP, I believe, at this point.
yeah, very bad hit for Fur. And Malf choosing to play this glass, oh, and it breaks. I mean, that is... Now, the glass did give times 16. I gotta do math real quick. 138. Or, no. 8 times 8. No, times 16 because of hack. Divide by 16. You know what? He would have lost a life. Because Bloodstone didn't hit enough. So you know what? Malf was right. He would have only scored 8,000 points. 8 ball for idle. There's just no space to put 8 ball. You could take a risk and replace Bloodstone, but I would not be doing that. And we only have 2 more rounds on this idle after this PvP. Luckily, both of these players missing their idle and not having the weird one missing but the other one not, despite very similar decks.
Yeah, because unless one of them has cause for skipping, I guess they're just going to stay in sync unless it tries to roll on a card that one of them has purchased, perhaps.
Correct. I do believe Malf has 3 4s and 2 5s. Also some wild 5s and 4s, but I do think Malf has technically some more deck fixing, but it's not by much. In terms for the idle, the fact that Malf has made a few more wilds on those same cards does mean if we get an idle hit, we can now play the spades as also 4 of hearts, which is fantastic. So, moving into this PvP, that level 15 flush. A straight flush for Malf, kind of making up for the levels, but Bloodstone did nothing. At all. And also did not have hackable cards in that straight flush.
Of course, now he doesn't have that 4 of hearts that was glass. That broke, right? So it really impacts on what he's fishing for here.
Mm-hmm. Does find the other one. There were 2 copies. And again, I think with this, the singular glass card is so important when you have chat. You really, like, because that's the one glass card is times 8. Every following glass card you add to this, if it's a hackable card, it's, or sorry, yeah, with the chat it's times 8. Then it's just times 2 for every additional one.
Yeah, because the value of Malf's glass being on that 4, whereas Fur's is on a king,
that
is
too.
So different while we have that hack.
It's another multiple of 2. And we get the flush house. So, Fur still has, I want to say, times 4 from just the hand level over Malf. But all hackable cards. Also, 3 straight glass breaks for MALF. We're seeing the reaction, and now there is none, which is horrible because we have nothing to death now. Oh!
But if you're fur, do you not spend yours?
I think
I guess
because we drew
now
both.
you do.
Yeah. I think this it's so hard to tell because it does somewhat come down to bloodstone. We have 1 bloodstone, 2, 3, 4 procs of bloodstone, and that was just enough. Wow. Oh my! Now MALF is in trouble because MALF has no glass remaining. Does have a bit more money heading into this shop, which all the previous money spent doesn't matter at this point. You know, we're looking forward in the game, and has the same type of economic capacity as for both just a business card and a chat.
And like $21 sometimes might not be that much money when, if you consider how expensive rerolls are after 3 or 4 rerolls, it's 1 or 2 rerolls extra.
Mm-hmm. It all depends how MALF separates out the rerolls.
They both take the telescope to try and get these flush levels in. Black hole. See the black hole MALF? There it is.
I think also just getting it out of the way, knowing that there is a possible antimatter in our future. Well, as we found out, that doesn't really... we won't get into it.
Great cards, though. For
yes.
strength, while you have the idol, just to hold it and go into the PvP with it if you need it is very huge. And obviously, the option ever to make a glass card, immensely valuable, but to both players.
Fur, fine. It's on Jack of Hearts for Fur, and I saw Fur's face, and they're going to debate on whether or not to skip. Of course, it's not a hackable card. But the thing is, you have a Justice and Strength in hand. You can make more of the Jack of Hearts, and you can Justice the Jack of Hearts. So now, you're chatting the Idol and the Glass card. And it's on a heart. I think you skip.
He's not thinking of spending $23 to wrath into a rare. Because the idol's only got 1 more turn left on it. But that turn is a life, and MALF's on 1.
On 1 life.
Right?
Yep. I mean, the only thing you can sell here is really Idol for that Wraith. I just could not see it. Now the funny thing is, MALF having purple seals may harm them, because then they're not going to carry this into the... Oh, no, they're not. I mean... I know myself. I know I definitely find something to strengthen glass right away, or one of the two, and then get value from that purple seal. Oh my god, it's a photograph. The photograph.
The Jack of Hearts.
The photo is worth more than the bloodstone, but just for 1 round. As soon as that idol's gone, and that idol's probably not going to be on. Well, yeah, the idol's gone, so who cares? And we have a hack. That's eternal. Like, this would be all in for this PvP. Because we do get...
Like, if you knew... I assume he knows that MALF lost a life in blinds along the... in the small blind, big blind along the way, so...
Mm-hmm.
He knows that MALF's on 1. He only has to be good for 1 PvP now. And do you just go all in on that?
Yeah. Trying to figure out how many 1.5 triggers we need to equal photo right now. We would need roughly 5. No, I guess Bloodstone actually isn't that much. You know what? I guess I think you should just keep Bloodstone. I think I was wrong about that photo being better.
What's the other card in the shop at the moment?
I'll tell you in a second. It's a walkie-talkie.
Okay, because the skip tag was negative.
Oh.
So if photograph had been on the left and you'd skip, you'd see photograph in the next shop.
Yes.
And then have a negative photograph, but a bit too niche for this circumstance.
Malf gonna play a 4 of a kind here? I think you just play the flush.
Is 4 of a kind's level 5?
It is, but I think you don't want to break the
You don't want to play the
glass.
glass. Yeah.
Although I would play the 2 instead of the queen. I know we need money, but I am giving Bloodstone 1 more extra trigger. I'm not playing that game. Oh my gosh. That is 1 Bloodstone trigger away from death. Do you see a smiley face and a faceless? Mouth now going to see that Wraith, in which you cannot take. You also cannot Ouija dubs.
He doesn't see the Jack of Hearts in his selection of cards here, which Third did.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, too much stuff in the
I
hack range there.
Yeah. Is Mouth gonna skip? That would be
not on 1 life.
right. I don't know why we're even looking at it. I'm just thinking like, what? There's nothing that could be there.
Either lovers. Going to be important.
Yeah,
So
very
he's going
important.
to use his strength and justice somewhere along the line, whereas Furs held his, and there is his photograph.
Mouth did to make 2 more 4s and glass 1 of them.
Seems like a reasonable progression.
You could photo instead of the idol. I do see that too. But that seems like the play that Fur could have made with 2 lives that Mouth can't make with 1. Because
if the idol on its last run, which this is on Jack of Hearts, it seems wasteful to have an idol that gives you bonuses on a face card and photograph that gives you bonuses on a face card not at the same time.
yeah.
Oh, we get
The
a seltzer in the
seltzer.
very late shop roll.
I mean, I think you actually you sell photo here, you take seltzer and then you hopefully draw your glass cards. Oh, Mouth was looking at the skip because he had Jack of Hearts. Oh, duh. My bad.
So yeah, that would.
Well, now he's just going to skip for seltzer, I guess. Again, their stream's perfectly synced up. I love to see it. And draws immediately 2 of the 4s. I don't like... That doesn't seem like an aggressive enough discard for me if I'm Mouth. In the way that... I don't know why Mouth is holding on to the... Are we planning on playing... If we're going to get rid of the 2, why didn't we get rid of the 2 the first time? I've done it before.
Back.
Yeah. I mean, that's 1 card less we're going to see in the entire deck. I feel like Mouth is settling for just looking for a flush, which I definitely... I'd be trying to find all the low cards. Are you still here, Gothic?
I've just returned. I had a little hang on my internet, all the pages froze, but I'm still here. If you hear me?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, just every stream froze, and I was like, oh, it must be me.
For drawing 1 of the 10 of hearts, still none of the Jack of Hearts, and not the other 10 of hearts. So Mouth here gonna play. Oh no, that's a 4 of a kind. Mouth can't play that. No, unless they don't care about the extra 3 trigger. I don't know if MALF realizes. Okay, maybe they do.
Or
Maybe
he wants the higher base value from his 4 of a kind versus flush.
Yeah. Every single class that MALF plays breaks.
But with the glass queue, would furs not always be breaking as well?
What happened was
make more of them.
MALF played 2 with the oops that Fur didn't play. So Fur had 2 that survived that MALF also broke. Like MALF, I don't think has had 1 survive, which is an extreme low roll at 25%. But yes, you are correct. They should be in sync. It was just that little condition.
Of course, it's the little things like forgetting that oops is going to impact your glass that could be a difference maker for a player as much as it could be a caster.
Yeah. Okay, well, both 10s are here. That's very good for Fur. We also have the glass 2, which is multiple of 4 because of hack. A lot of good things here. I think Fur should take the game here. I don't know what level flush MALF had, but it felt like it was close enough to 4 of a kind that you much rather play 2 lower heart cards. Basically having an extra 3 triggers on Bloodstone, but I could be wrong about where his levels are at. Oh my gosh, that is a low roll from Fur. I don't think it's going to matter because we're going to still be able to glass a Jack and put down the first slot with Chad and Idol. There's plenty of glass here. Let's see. But again, the sure thing of the ×2 on the glass is much stronger than Bloodstone. All 3 break, but we do have 37 million points. And Fur it's going to complete step number 1 of making playoffs, which is 6 straight game wins. And also MALF to do something very specific next week.
I was looking at my results, and I need to 4-0 Raren next week, and Justin needs to beat Halion so that Halion doesn't get any further points. And I think that's the only way I scrape into playoffs, but I'm not holding my breath.
You could make it very interesting, though.
All right, because we know this game is cooked, as MALF just finishes playing out his last couple of hands, I'm going to run to the bathroom before game 2.
Perfect. And we're actually going to get Edsy in here as well, who's asked. So we'll do a
what
trio.
Joy.
Edsy, if you can hear us, you can join the Discord and join the link. I'm going to listen in to the in-between game.
A chat here, you'll just be able to see.
You kept the idol.
Yeah, and I bought. Okay, you also bought the business card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was interested to see what you would take because I was like, oh, Constellation is nice, but I mean, business card is economy, which you definitely need.
Business card is. Once that OOP showed up, I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I love everything. But yeah, the idol hit Jack of Hearts, so it wasn't like a low retrigger, but I was like, okay, I found a strength, I have a glass, I can make this worth more. And that's part of the reason I couldn't pick up like photo, because
I picked it up briefly and then I rolled once or twice and I got seltzer, so I immediately sold it. But
that seltzer's scary.
Yeah, I debated like skipping for idle here and there, and I basically was against it, but normally I would skip. But that always makes Zano mad. So
it makes Zano mad.
Yeah, he doesn't. They don't like skips on Gold Stake and stuff. So
I mean, they're not great on Gold Stake, but I don't know. Sometimes PvP I feel like makes things a little different.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
twisting my words as the idol lover. Of course, I'm okay with skipping for idle specifically.
Oh, okay. I see.
You're
My
not
love
gonna
for
pick a
I-
negative skip, Zano?
I mean, it could be anything, including
It could be anything.
Eternal Rental Droll Joker.
It would be
Hey.
awesome.
It would have helped me a little, maybe. Yeah, that was. I mean, that was a good one. Yeah, I just feel
Yeah.
like I was doing a little misplay early on, trying to get money, and then I didn't like level up Jupiter at all early on, which maybe I should have tried to do more. And it meant I had to use glass in a couple lines to like just live, and then they would break, and I was like, well, that sucks. So
Yeah.
maybe I should have just skipped more to preserve it, but you know, it's the way she goes.
The way things go.
Yeah. All right, so now you
Steady
pick
as she goes.
steak or deck or whatever you're feeling, and
Okay. Well, I want to mix it up a little bit. We're gonna do purple.
purple
I love
steak.
purple.
Yeah, kind of like gold, but a little bit more money.
Yeah, less annoying. I get it.
I'm a big purple.
Yeah, we're
steak fan.
basically getting rid of the rentals and the perishables.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm with that. What deck? Let's see here. Let's go with. I'm gonna try green deck.
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
I,
Purple green deck. This is beautiful.
I don't know if it bothers you, but it bothers a lot of the other players thus far because
When you go to green deck,
it messes with the economy and stuff, right?
it does mess with the economy.
And so that's obviously it's not helping me, but I'm more of like, well, if it doesn't help my opponent, then you know. So
Yeah. So
It's-
fun fact about me. Now this doesn't affect my ability to play this deck at all. I just think it's funny. My first gold staked deck was green deck.
really,
I don't know why, but it was.
That's I what
It's pondering, isn't it? Like
It was
why?
my second. I'm with you for.
Okay.
Yeah. My first was plasma, which I wasn't so much trying to gold stake it as I was like trying to do other unlocks or what have you. And then second was black, I think.
Okay.
And then from there, I was like, you know what, let's go in order. So I think I went like red, blue, yellow, green, what have you. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just one of those things that some players have like. They have like their plans and their deck fixing, and it kind of throws you off the rails a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but
The
I don't really have
video
rails,
is being
so to
pulled from their
speak, so.
streams, and I'm
We'll
in
see- we'll
Discord,
see
so
what happens.
their voices
Well,
are not
give
going to
it
be
a
perfect
try.
with their faces.
all right, good luck.
Well, hello there,
And-
Gothic Lord UK Edsy.
Hello.
Welcome back. So, what game stake deck are we on? We've got a green deck, purple stake. That is
Oh my god.
certainly a choice.
Two
is
people
great,
after my
especially
own
green
heart. I love this. This may be what I pull out against Dr. Spectre.
Okay.
Hopefully he's not listening.
Should I pull it out against Doc next week?
I'm a big fan of Purple Stake. I love the fact that you get to play on the high difficulty. You still have a lot to work on, but just not having to deal with the rental and the perishable. And then green deck, it's just another thing that you have to think about in blind.
That's what
and
you want, Zano.
The more things you have to think about in blind, I think the better situation I'm in compared to my opponent.
Okay. I can see that because green deck. I recently played green deck and I completely forgot about its effect after I got like a little bit of econ and then maybe played pretty inefficiently. So I think it can trip people up. Right now, MALF is hoping that he draws a diamond. He does not. Oh, he did. Oh no, sorry. It's I blame the colorblind or the color.
The high contrast
Really?
colors.
The
It's
high
something-
contrast colors that I don't
I
normally
can't play with
use.
them.
Really interesting choice for our two players here. I want to get each of your takes. We'll start with you, Gothic. Faceless versus Mystic. Now Faceless is a really great econ joker, but we are on green deck. Which one would you choose? And which one do you actually think gives you more money holistically? Because Mystic does allow you to one-shot, which makes a lot more money with green deck.
In this exact scenario, I would take Mystic just because I also really don't want to find myself losing in the first round boss blind because I wasn't able to make like 2 good full houses or a good straight and a good flush. Like if you get no extra mult, obviously they've been able to pick up other jokers here with the economy they had. But if it's just the choice of the Faceless or the Mystic, I think on green deck especially, I'm taking the Mystic so that I can survive and not lose lives in the blinds, and then also get that kind of $6 back as spare hands in the blinds because we're on green deck.
Ooh.
I think for me, because I saw the walkie-talkie in the shop, I'm taking the econ joker, the faceless, and then I take walkie-talkie and use that as my scoring.
I lean towards your side, Edsy, though I don't know if it's the technically right answer. Like I'd have to really think about it. I love for taking the double rare tag with the.
On the stream.
So we
the
had
double tag.
Yep.
Rare skips. It's gonna be a game. Both players going for it as well. Two. I think rare skips are way too valuable to pass up when like you're not making anything from the fights that much. Like you don't have a lot of purple seals or vagabond. The chance that you get something good is like pretty high. The chance you get something amazing is even better.
This is the difference. If this was gold stake, I am never ever doing that play. On purple stake, I am 100% doing it because that is the difference between the perishable and the rentals. Honestly, it's the perishables. I think on orange, I'm not doing it, but because I can deal with a rental.
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
And this is the I mean, you could take both, right? They're free, but I'm gonna build in the ancient. I don't know. What are you two looking at here? Those some good rares.
I think you can't pass up the ancient joker. Like Baron, obviously a huge boon, but like it's just like I think more seeds will favor the ancient joker, so I think you should. I think it's definitely you take both, but the Baron will be going more likely than not.
Yeah, unless we can find some way to generate a lot of extra kings now that we already have hologram, and if we're just filling our deck with extra kings, like if we do find a DNA, or if we get a couple of purple seals and we can get a bunch of, I guess death isn't adding cards to the deck, but having the kings around would be very nice, especially if you want to build into having 5 of a kind anyway.
I can't believe it, man.
Yep. MALF decides to lovers a 4 because he has the walkie-talkie, so he's favoring that. And did Fur just lovers a 10 instead of a face card?
Fur may be going my route, which is you build in the 10s because you're going to build into jacks eventually over queens or kings. But
really, okay.
No walkie-talkie makes it a little bit weirder of a choice.
MALF is thinking about selling things for what? Oh, for the plus discard. Okay.
I like that play a lot by MALF.
I agree, especially hologram. I don't think hologram, unless you get like really lucky, I don't think it's going to provide that much.
It's not going to matter, I think.
I agree with the discard.
Not when we have ancient. Ancient's going to be your scoring all game at this point.
Yeah.
So
MALF in a huge lead because he has the walkie-talkie plus ancient joker, so he's going to have a little bit extra mult to start multiplying.
And with Drunkard, he's going to be able to dig down to find his diamonds.
Oh, MALF, why did you discard that? Was that a 9 of diamonds? These high contrast cards are screwing me up.
Are these
he did discard a 9 of diamonds.
It looked like he was going. He discarded a 10 of diamonds as well. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
he has
playing
five,
the 5
6 fours. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, he's doing the order wrong. He's doing the order wrong. They should be at the bottom.
He does have the wrong order.
No.
He realized had everything right except, and then he realizes his order. I don't think Fur can beat it, but MALF kicking himself a little, especially if he does lose, he will be unhappy. Did he Ouija? No, he just drafted more 4s. Who won game one?
Fur did.
Fur did.
I don't know if it's just me being all the way across the pond, but I'm hearing you guys talk about the broadcast and then seeing the broadcast like 2 or 3 seconds later.
I'm watching Zeno's side, and I made sure to refresh so I didn't have any delay. So maybe like hit the refresh. Hopefully it comes out.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be ahead of both of you. Apologies on that, but
I think it works out because you can go, did Malf do this? And then I'm watching the play from.
oh
4
yeah, there we
seconds
go.
ago
We have
to
the
go, oh yeah, he did do that. You got the instant live replay
yes.
from abroad.
Hello, Kirsten. Hello, chat. Thank you everyone for joining us. I haven't thanked you yet.
Malf takes the first one. Oh, I think Malf took a strength. That's why he has so many 4s.
Yes, and also as a full on another strength, and we can make more 4s.
Alright. He's thinking about getting rid of the Baron already. Doesn't even believe in it in the slightest.
I'm Team Malf this game. When someone makes the decisions to further my agenda, that's who I'm rooting for.
Yeah, but the Mystic Summon was right there to be sold, in my opinion. I think that might have been a better option.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you were 100% right, Etsy, but I love to see it. Fur gonna build into this hologram a bit, which, you know, there's something to be said about it making it a lot easier for these blinds, because we have to remember purple is the same blind scaling as gold. The only difference is the perishable and the rentals. So having that extra 1.5x with the Mystic Summon is going to make things very easy, which on green deck, we have to remind ourselves what deck we're playing on, is also money. For example, to-do list for Malf. If Malf throws hands to do to-do list, well, each hand is $2. So to-do list is actually only plus $2 EV per hand.
Yeah.
Unless he can win early, and then he's getting double value from the hand he plays and the hands he has spare, but he's just not scoring 3,200 in a round right now. So.
Exactly.
Like,
technically...
there.
Yes. Technically, if Malf just consistently pulled 2-pair, like, it's still, you know, quite a bit more, but there is no interest on green deck. 2-bid.
And he's still not spending all of his discards and getting the value from Mystic Summit.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Mystic Summit on green deck might just be a trap to make you get less money, but now we have Fur with a photograph.
So Eternal Photo, I feel like you always hear the ranked multiplayer kids. There's some flowchart meme going on, like consult the flowchart on what to do. That someone's made as a joke, but truly, it's so hard because Photo is very good on vanilla because we have our normal Chad, but it feels like because we have Ancient, we may roll into even better jokers.
And now Fur sees the bad news. There's a better Joker than Photograph that makes his Photograph look really bad.
Yes, because now we want to build in the low cards. And this is perfect for Malf, right? If Malf gets his hack, I think Malf just sweeps the game because we have 7 4s. We're going to be re-triggering the walkie-talkie, re-triggering the Ancient Joker. Yep.
He's
going to
feel
take
pressure
the
to take the photograph.
Which
He is?
Malf is going to feel very bad when they see the hack. But because Fur took it, Malf doesn't know this, of course, they're not behind in any way. Like, they could have been farther ahead.
I think that is something that happens to, especially to me a lot, is like I'll see some very strong component of some build and be like, if I don't take this, my opponent's taking this, and then I'm at risk of falling behind.
Yep.
So even if doesn't feel like necessarily the perfect play, I feel like I'm compelled to do things because I know my opponent is going to be there doing those things too.
We are not at the level for Major League Balatro where I can afford to pay for academic studies, but I bet if you did an academic study on people playing multiplayer, you are consistently going to find that they assume their opponent is in a better place than they actually are, like 95% of the time. You're always assuming your opponent has made no mistakes, which can lead you to actually making too risky of plays. I know I find myself doing that, but Malf's face is exactly how I would have felt seeing that. Just kind of gross. You're like, oh. I mean, it's still it's a fantastic grab for MALF.
Yeah, for sure. You might be thinking, oh, this sucks I have this photograph, but I mean, with the 4s, you can't be complaining too much about this hack showing up.
No, the base molt a 10 glass that can be a Jack glass, that could work really well if we see like a Chad mixed with this photo with the hack. Like, you can still make it all work together. Negative pareidolia incoming.
If the stars align.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
I don't know what MALF is thinking.
It's interesting.
But I'm upset that he even had to think about. Maybe he's thinking about other stuff. Maybe he's thinking about what he's got to do
maybe he's like
today.
planning his next like 3 antes, looking 12 steps ahead. It's probably something he was doing.
So we're at 53 cards, 55 for Fur because of the excess random kind of junk Fur threw in for the hologram. But of course, 2x more scoring. And we still have Baron, too, on Fur's side.
Let's see if it pays out.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like if Fur has really leveled up 2-pair, which just doesn't fit. Like, I find a hard line for Fur to win this game unless MALF just completely misses, like, the 5-of-a-kind draw.
It looked like MALF tossed away 1-4.
Oh, he's going for a flush with a face card, which I don't love, but I also don't hate.
I believe he has 1 more wild 4 and 1 4 of clubs natural.
I see this happen a lot to people of just not understanding how much the base matters. But I guess the 10-4 can kind of help with that base with the flush. Maybe I take that back. Because I was going to say the 5-of-a-kind makes up for the photograph. Like, we don't need to play a face card if we're going to play a 5-of-a-kind because the base mold is so much higher than the flush here with the...
Now is... Oh, no, of course, MALF doesn't have Baron. He doesn't need to hold this king, whereas Fur would obviously prefer to.
Yes.
MALF is taking his time, making sure he's got the order perfect this time.
He does have the order perfect, and, you know, this is going to be a solid score, but I really do believe, unless there's just, like, no club 4s in that deck, that the 5-of-a-kind with the 4s was going to be better.
Well, that's interesting. Fur just tossed away a wild 10.
Was that a mistake?
Surprising to me.
Or is he obsessed with finding the 2-pair?
Yeah. 2-pair with 2 kings on a Baron. This is I gotta say this is a janky build. I can't sugarcoat it at all.
And I also have no idea what the right play would be there.
These are the spots where the pro calculator club will be like, if we had a calculator, we would know what we were doing in these spots.
You know, I was adamantly against banning the calculator, and I'm loving it so far because I do think it forces people to have to care about figuring out roughly what scores are. The only thing is, technically, you could take forever in a PvP. We do need to add a timer to PvP if we're going to have no calculator.
Like I love that level of fuzziness, and I love the whether you risk a glass card or not on any given hand in the small blind or the big blind, rather than just knowing that you don't have to.
100%. It changes the game. So, MALF is in a very good spot to sweep this. I really don't know what we could see that would benefit for more.
I mean, he's got 2 Eternals, so the Baron Mime build is probably not going to work out too well for him.
No, not at all. Not with the Eternal Ancient. I think that's why MALF's decision to sell the Baron, even though you're right, I'd say there's just a better sell opportunity at that point, is like, makes sense to me because there's literally, we can't build in the Baron. It's just, you would need a Mime and then a Blueprint and Brainstorm to be your other jokers to finish this out for it to really work, and that's just too specific.
Fur took all the standard packs, right? So he took I think 2 gold seals and a purple seal ace. Playing 2 pair. Fails to get the gold or the purple seal this blind.
Yeah, this is.
I mean, his 2 pair at least clears the blinds, but it's not clearing MALF is the problem.
Yeah, it's looking a little rough. And MALF is going to skip for the investment tag, which I have no
Late
opinion
for an
on.
investment tag, but he does have $0, so maybe
Yeah.
wise.
Let me ask you guys, on green deck, would you be rolling down as aggressively as these 2 players, or would you hold $20 so that if Hermit comes along, you can take most advantage of it? Because I feel like rolling down this aggressively is a risk when I could just kind of hold $20 and know that I'm always getting $20 for free if a Hermit comes along.
I do with the idea that I'm looking for an Econ Joker. That Econ Joker is, more permanent than a Hermit. Although, as it happens, just proving
Here's a
Gothic's
Hermit.
point, there's a Hermit that could have been $20. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably I have a tendency to roll down aggressively until I have an Econ Joker, and then when I have an Econ Joker, I feel okay rolling down because I'm gonna make the money in the blind. So, there is something to be said
For me,
that
I don't know because I don't play green deck. I think I like keeping around like $15 to $20, so instead of rolling so much.
I was just talking about this on stream the other day, where people do forget that there is still a reason to keep your money high, and that is that very specific, very powerful tarot card of Hermit.
All right, they're back. They're both in the PvP.
Both in the PvP.
And of course, you might find a free negative bull, and then you're laughing.
If we're still going with 2 pairs. It's only 1 hack ancient joker on this 2 pair. Feels lacking, honestly. I'm surprised they're not playing like just flushes.
I think it's. I feel like Fur committed to a direction, and this is perfect for MALF. So now we could play a flush.
Yep.
He's clapping.
Ooh, he
And
loves the death. He loves the strength. Yep.
And play a 4 or 5 of a kind later when we get our 4s.
This is an excellent Emperor for MALF.
We have to remember that because MALF skipped for that economy tag, not only is he going to get that cash injection, but we're currently out of sync on our suits. So Fur working with diamonds and MALF working with hearts is going to mean they're going to see the same order of cards in their deck when they're available, but those are going to impact how those 2 players can score very differently.
Correct. Yeah, actually, diamonds would have been better for MALF because he does have, I think, more diamond 4s and that glass 10 that's diamond. I don't know. Wait, MALF, what are you doing? Just play the flush. You have it.
I noticed MALF does like sometimes discard less than 5 cards. All right, never mind. He's gonna discard 5 cards. He's just gonna go for a big hand.
And this is why I don't like that play. We could have played the flush, and then we would have got 2 3s to make 2 more 4s, and we would have been closer to finding the 5 of a kind 4s. I guess one thing I am being a little harsh on MALF because MALF does have time to play with. They could be thinking like, oh, I don't even care anymore. I'm gonna throw this blind. I'm just gonna set up for the long term.
I don't think he should be thinking that if he is.
I don't. Again,
Ships 2 more cards.
putting the
Nope,
cards in
and
the wrong order.
It looks like MALF is trying to go for just 1 big hand, trying to find the 4s and then 10s of hearts.
Definitely not aggressive enough there.
He needs
for
to find a heart. Obviously, he's got the death card, but
Okay. I mean, it
A
is
wild
2 4 of hearts. Because he has the death.
Yes. You put those in the front of your scoring. Yes, yes, yes. The
it's rid of a
aces.
5, not a 9. Whereas the
Yes.
5's hackable and the 9's not. I would probably have
Or an
changed
eight.
the 9. Or an ace, yeah, because 9s can strength into 10, ace can strength into 2, but the 5 you got rid of was already kind of some value to him.
does pick up a big hand, 160,000. I'm not sure if Fur can beat it. Maybe, do you think 2 plus 20s? Oh, he's playing another 2-pair. I can't handle the 2 pairs. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it's twice as good as pairs, and everyone knows how good pairs are.
That's true. That's true. How good is it compared to a flush of all ancient Joker suits? Though, is my only question.
And even
Got a
if
full
Malf,
house.
if Malf wins this point now, obviously Fur's going to get the cash from losing, but Malf's getting $25 anyway. So what does he care?
No, it's such a good feeling. Ooh, that was close.
Ooh, he was close.
The
He got a
2.75x on the
plus
hologram.
20,
Yeah.
but not enough.
To your point, Gothic, that is one of the best feelings in multiplayer. Balatro skipping for an investment tag, or I've had an extra double tag and $70 on the handy tag, and then you still win the PvP. Is you usually feel like, okay, there's no way, right? Like you're in such a lead now.
Malf going for his celebratory run, even though he hasn't finished the game yet. What are you standing up for, Malf? Still
Probably
want
cat.
Balatro to play.
Hey, level 2 flush for Fur. We're on the board, baby. We're building towards it.
I think Fur may be feeling a little lost because his build has not come together, and he's losing a lot on 1 life. Like, what is
Always
he thinking
enjoy the streams,
to try and
man.
get out and find a W?
And like, what value
Thank
has
you,
this
Big Sweet.
Baron brought to him, really?
That's true.
And to that point, even the hologram is not been doing that much, apart from it's been doing more to dilute his deck than it has been to provide him scoring, I feel.
Yeah, I think that's also true. I mean, as soon as I
Agreed.
saw the hack ancients, I think hologram is definitely next on next
Well,
on the chopping blocks.
It's also costing Fur because he's magicianing face cards, which normally I agree with, but when I have a hack, I want to magician my low cards. And he's doing the kings because he's trying to build into more kings, but like you're losing $1.30 every single time instead of playing low card luckies. And he has a lot of luckies, and they're all stuck on these face cards that only trigger once.
It's all right. We're gonna open up the next shop. It's a Soul into Tribulate, and
That would be
and
a
the Judgment.
negative brainstorm. Complete the bean trick.
Yeah, negative brainstorm would be pretty
Well,
good. I
actually,
was
we're
thinking
just
the
gonna lose
Judgment
her.
for a sock and buskin.
That's GG.
Let's see. Oh, can Fur not get out of this blind?
Yeah, it's
he's-
over. I don't even think with 2 lucky hits. Oh, actually, Ancient is on club, so with 2 lucky hits, he's good. Or a lucky hit. There's no retrigger.
Yeah. It's
Oh!
just a 9.
Well, that was as close as he could have got.
All right, GG.
This card's slightly better, but I also did get a little lucky because I just needed 1-2 pair to not die there.
You know, I'm ticked off at you for 2 reasons. One,
Yeah.
you hate not getting to face your opponent and be the one to defeat them, right? But 2, I don't like how close our jokers have been both times. I was like, is he gonna do the double skip? Did he get the cola?
I did do the double skip, and I just kind of wish I didn't because I had no flush levels, and it was hard to change to doing that, so I was just stuck playing 2 pairs, and
Yeah, I took I can't remember if I had to roll for it or what, but I took the 10-4 earlier on.
mm-hmm.
And then I was like, all right, we're going to try to find hack again. And
Yeah.
and then just doing the double skip. And I thought about
yeah.
hanging on to Baron for a little bit longer because it's like,
See, the
It-
Baron I still had just because I didn't really have a sell. I didn't have something in the shop that showed up, and I'm like, I want this.
Yeah.
Now maybe there's an issue with that because I could have just, I don't know, anything that gave me more points. But then again, Baron was sometimes like some of those hands I had that were like pretty good in the PvPs were because of Baron.
Mhm.
But
It's tricky
yeah.
early. Like I always feel it's more underwhelming than I expect, especially when like your hand level isn't
For sure.
leveled up. And at first I thought about keeping it for a little bit longer just to take a rare out of the pool. I was like, well, maybe makes it easier to get a blueprint or something, right? But then I mean, did you take the card trick voucher? I mean, you have hollow, so
Which one?
the magic trick, the one that like cards show up, playing cards show up in the shop.
No.
No? Oh, okay. Because that I saw a couple times, and I took hologram, but then I sold it before I took any cards, and then I was like, oh, you know, maybe. It's always hard to tell if like a basic times mult Joker is enough in MLB.
I mean, my hologram was only ×3 there.
Oh, dang.
Had I taken the card trick, whatever, it probably could have been more, but
yeah,
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to that because I was too fixated on like, okay, I need to increase my scoring. Like the one PvP I almost beat you was because of a lucky.
Oh yeah, I just got some I was like trying to use, and then yeah, yeah, that's interesting though. Like that, I mean, thus far we're traversing these seeds in a very similar manner, and
We are.
It's to me it's frustrating because I usually try to like cause a divergence for better or worse. But we're both doing the same thing, so
I mean, we are seeing a lot of re-trigger X-Malt kind of jokers, and sometimes it's hard to just let them be.
yeah. No,
'Cause-
I'm with you.
Yeah, I didn't want to start playing with that ancient joker, but it didn't feel like I couldn't not buy it.
Yeah, it's tricky because, like you said, like I was hoping to get some Jupiters as well, but because I had 10-4, that allowed me to kind of compensate for that, right? So I was like able to play a flush, a base level 1, and still put up the okay score. So
yeah, where was that? Because I remember seeing it. I thought it was in like a buffoon pack. I'm trying to remember like what I took instead. Was it? Wait, was it Mystic Summit, Walkie?
Yeah, I had a Mystic Summit early on.
Okay, no, it wasn't that because I took the Mystic Summit.
I also had the walkie-talkie at the same time for it was early game.
Okay, it might have just been in the shop then.
I think it was the level 2 because I skipped for the $25, which I'm sure.
Yeah. I saw that and I'm like, well, I mean, $25.
As green.
And then I saw you do it, and I'm just like, well, now I gotta.
Oh. See, I don't even look to see what my opponent is doing either, which I probably.
Even if you didn't, I might have done it anyways because it's $25.
Yeah.
But I mean, seeing you do it, I'm just like, no harm in. Like, I'm not gonna miss anything, is the way I'll put it.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're, I see.
Because you did it too, so.
Yeah. Dang. Okay. Well.
All right.
So. I guess that means okay. So I get to pick again, right? So you just pick.
Yup.
And I let's go with erratic deck.
Okay. Erratic deck.
Yeah.
We
doing purple gold, something.
I know I said I should be taking more people to higher stakes, but I really want to do a white stake game on erratic.
I mean, that's that's your choice. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll take you to white. Let's give it a try.
Okay, so white stake is right here. Erratic. And all right, so this is match or game 3, the tiebreaker.
Yup. I am gonna go to the bathroom real quick though.
Okay, I will wait for you. That is totally fine.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, no rush.
Gothic, they are going to the potty, but we have erratic deck white stake. So, what are your thoughts?
I've been listening in on the stream side of things. I was really interested in MALF's decision to go to erratic and then just like, and what do you think? Like purple stake, maybe gold stake, like just trying to steer his desires into Fur's brain.
I'm very.
I do it as well, honestly. So I understand that side, but Fur was not having any of that anymore.
I am
Took
actually
him
very
straight to
surprised MALF did not go. Like, I think you always have to go with what your strongest stake is in Major League Balatro. I didn't want to give this information out before, but we're going into the final week of this style because in the playoffs we have a different style for picking decks and stake. But I think if you get to choose first, the stake matters more than the deck. Like, yes, decks are very important. They do play very differently. Hashtag non-dairy plasma. But you get, like, your stake matters so much more, I think, on how the game is really going to play out and feel. So I think whenever you choose a deck, unless you were just absolutely certain the other person's, like, aligned, you got to go with your stake. And I think that's what happened here. I think MALF thought Fur is only choosing purple or gold.
But if you've got the decision against Zeno, you have to pick Nebula deck just because how much he hates.
Please don't tell Raffle this information.
Honestly, I'm not sure if anyone wants to be playing Nebula decks. So it's like kind of like hurting yourself to hurt your opponent.
It does. I mean, we just talked about, like, my favorite thing is I think I have an advantage doing in round generation, and Nebula deck just destroys that. Like, it truly is brutal. I don't even know how you're supposed to play it, but the deck, we have
10 8s.
Please, oops, Chad 8-ball. Oops, Chad 8-ball is all I ask. I just want to watch these two players generate tarot cards and make more 8s the whole game. I'm begging for it.
Well, I mean,
The
definitely
suits are
would be
fairly
an
balanced.
interesting 8-ball seed, but let's see.
Like, as many as 15 diamonds, as few as 11 hearts is not going to impact much in that regard. Face cards are still fairly balanced.
It's a road seed.
It is, yeah,
I'm not taking it,
I'm not taking it.
But perhaps. Well, what about now with the credit card?
No, never. I think you grab Scary Face to get out of the blinds. Not that you really need much help to get out of the blinds. I may even sell it for interest, but you're at 6, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
I think Overstock is the voucher. I feel like it's really important to get. But first, thinking about a hit the road build.
I actually think, there's a couple vouchers that are, like, there's Muskrats, but Overstock is, if you miss it, you lose the game. A lot of the time.
I do think the main thing to get out of this shop, not necessarily right now, but after this big blind, is the Overstock. So both $8 rares definitely would be a detriment to getting the Overstock.
Now, you could do that with the credit card, but now you're saying your economy back like an ante.
Yeah. And for what? Like, it's not Blueprint Brainstorm.
No.
It's a hit the road.
It's a max of an X2. And then next, and then the straights are just hard to play on erratic deck because you have to, literally every single hand, you have to check your deck to be like, well, how many of these do I have? Like, what do I discard?
Yep.
Interesting.
Credit card's back in the shop. I would have loved to have known what that card would have blocked into if they'd have taken the credit card out of.
I agree with you,
Like
Gothic.
play right there.
No, that's a great play by Fern. Now you grab the reserve, the egg, and you're gonna get you're good.
Yeah.
It worked out perfectly. Granted, you could have. I mean, I don't know if I need Lusty in that situation, so you could have like used, but it did allow you to see more stuff in the shop because
Yeah,
of overstock
that's actually
refill.
why
So
I
yeah,
liked
yeah,
it.
it was perfect. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Wow, I don't know if I hate to say it, but I don't think Mal's gonna make that play just because I didn't even see that line completely. Like to do both. That was a 200 IQ move.
Let's see what MALF does.
Because I think most of the time here I grab the credit card and then I buy the voucher. Yep, same exact thing. And they're gonna
Okay.
miss the egg because of that.
Yes. And he will take Lusty anyways.
And then not take
And
reserve.
not the reserve part. My oh my.
Huh. Well, as Malf would say. I mean,
That many wells, huh?
luckily Malf's going to be saved by a faceless Joker in the very next shot, but I thought that could have been the game with how valuable. I mean, maybe Malf not real. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the decision is there. I mean,
I think he's thinking with the hearts flush and the face cards, like trying to play a hearts flush and trying to hold that many face cards in your hands, maybe not going to work out that easily.
Well, you
You'd have
don't
to
need
make
to
some interesting
live.
plays to discard hearts, but I mean, it paid off, I think.
you don't even need
No,
a flush
or
though.
is
You
kinda
just
like-
needed like a pair of face cards with one of them being a heart to get out of these blinds. It's white sync.
Actually, MALF, I think, may come out ahead because he did not buy the reserve parking, which was immediately sold for the faceless Joker. Actually comes out with... Oh, he doesn't have the egg as well, though. That's the big thing. MALF with the 3... Zano, how much do you dislike that 3-card hand?
Well, that was so he could get the faceless value, right? I didn't completely.
Well, he
see
could have
everything.
sent out 2 more 8s, especially
Oh.
ones that weren't hard.
I dislike unless he has like no face card hearts, which there aren't many. There is only 2 face card hearts. So my thought process is, I just need like a queen or something. I don't know. I kind of get it.
Now, would you take this stuntman to try and get early wins?
I've played on even just Black Stake games where I've had opponents grab Stuntman and half Joker and then beat me because nothing shows up in the damn shop. But I personally just never do it. It's a great...
Oh, you don't do it. I think half Joker stuntman wins you the first 2 blinds immediately.
I
your
guess
opponent
for
does
could, because we can get rid of Faceless and Lusty. We actually do have space.
that. Yeah. I mean, you can get rid of... Oh, Fur can't get rid of credit card. MALF could.
Malf could. Which makes me... I would definitely do it on Malf's side.
And I think with that tarot card, MALF no longer can. Oh, he's thinking, oh, this is how you go into debt, MALF. You're buying everything in the shop. He is rewarded. I think Fur actually also picked up that 7.
He did. I think you do want to buy everything in the shop on White Stake. However...
Either, okay. You did
So, I
skip
mean...
for the $25 as well.
The first PvP is going to Fur. Like, there's no way. There's no way to win.
For sure. But the money advantage will be to MALF because he did skip for $25.
I sell half Joker for Smiley Face though here because Smiley Face is a long-term play, and I can get close enough to the half Joker. I feel like. Well, we have Faceless, so if we want to get the value in,
That one's really tough. I can see it, but also since you want to discard your face cards and you're running Stuntman, I'm not sure if I would myself. I think we lost Gothic.
I'm back.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening on my end. Like, I'm still connected to the internet, but all of the streams just decide to stop, cut out, and then come back again. So, No
Malf
idea.
is gonna get the bad news. I think Malf can tell that he cannot beat that score.
Yeah, and with that, I would not be discarding these face cards. I'd be just kidding. I'd be like, oh, you grabbed the stuntman and the half
Definitely can
joker.
tell he's not beating it now, right?
Yeah.
14k? No way. I would like to see 3 discards on 3 sets of 3 face cards. No. Please don't play 2 cards, Malf. Oh, I'm reeling. It doesn't matter. He's just going to draw all his face cards anyways.
He is.
He's going to ship 1 queen so he can put up his best score. Now he gets the bad news. It's not even close. Let's see. All right. So
Well, we can
does
still
not maximize what he can get out of here.
You know why I really don't like that play by Malphus? If Malphus only took the investment tag, it would have been perfect time to take half and stuntman, because despite being in debt, we'd be right out of the debt right away. You know what I mean?
I think
like,
I can agree with that.
I would have went all in on winning that. If I'm taking an investment tag, it's like you can go all out with your credit card to win the blind.
I think so. That makes sense to me.
I guess another thought process is they have an extra shot. Maybe they see stuff that I don't, so I shouldn't do that. I don't know. I guess there could be an argument against it.
We also have to remember that this is white stake. I was gonna be like, what about a loyalty card? But it's not purple, so I think
I take loyalty card. I mean, that's an X4, and you can set it up relatively easily on.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it has a Joker slot, so I think it is reasonable.
Absolutely, yeah. We have a Joker slot. If I'm fur, I get rid of the stuntman and grab the loyalty card so I can get faceless value.
It's one of these occasions where I especially think that like there's lots of jokers that are kind of like annoying mini games, like flower pot, loyalty card, and I know that oftentimes I'm willing to torture myself with that mini game. But is my opponent willing to do that annoying thing? And if I don't think they will, I'll be more likely to do that annoying thing, because if you end up with a acrobat loyalty card, it's like, okay, this is going to be a real pain in the butt, but it's going to be worth so many points.
An amazing card has shown up. I've never seen this before. Negative certificate. That's a beauty.
That is gorgeous. And I'm with you, Gothic. I think that's more of a reason to take something. Like, if you... Like, it could give you an advantage. I just think... Yeah, with the stuntman half joker, yes, it's a great strategy, but it's like you're so limited in what you're doing each round. Red Seal 4
that is true.
And it's not going to grow. It's just going to be the same score every hand.
Like yeah.
Not bad. I think both players have been pretty okay econ. We haven't seen anyone pull ahead, at least. Fur obviously has the half Joker stuntman combo, but it's not like Malf has nowhere to go.
Fur keeps drawing these face cards is the definition of never punished. You could glass that 4 now and build into it.
Glassing the 4? The purple seal 4, right?
The red seal
something
4
on it.
that he just
got
got
a
for
red seal 4, of course.
Yeah.
When you have certificate though, do you really want the red seal 4? Can't you try and stick out a little bit more greed?
Well, there is 4 seals, and there's only, let's include 9s and 10s, there's 5 out of 13 ranks, so it's like, what's 25% times, what is that, like 30%? We're talking about, there's like a 5% chance of us hitting the right one. Yes. I don't know.
There's also,
I sell
like, you
certificate.
You don't need the classic yes without the death, right?
Yeah. I often sell certificate rather early compared to most people, I think.
Here's another natural negative.
What is this seed?
I think this natural negative is bait. $10
It's just
for $5 of temperance value.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I take it for, and it blocks a bad common for us.
Costing your entire interest, though? I mean, I guess you do have the faceless Joker.
Yeah.
Like, that egg is just screaming, please find a temperance.
Yeah, I guess
One
you
temperance would blow the game right open.
Yeah.
For MALF does not have that option. Good guy Fur not pressing the timer as MALF tries to figure out if he can beat this blind. So, looking at Fur's Jokers, we can assume that he's going to win this blind. With the Stuntman half Joker winning these first two blinds, what do you think about like Fur's choice having taken these two?
Oh, I still think it was the right choice. And I didn't love keeping them for this blind or this ante, but he somehow drew two discards worth of faceless value every single time. I just think he's super high rolled. Otherwise, we would have saw the reason why you shouldn't be. I think. Yeah. Thank you, Beard.
I mean, it is erratic deck. There were like 3 more face cards than normal.
Oh, 3? I thought there was only 1 more than normal.
Oh, maybe I missed.
I think that's even more of a reason, maybe not to.
Oh, because you can get more.
You could get all 3. You could get 3 full hands. Oh, the $20 and the 20 mult. You know what? This blind might not be locked up, but MALF has a lot of money to roll here.
That's true. Way
Even
more money.
Steven is very good with the glass red seal. Not that I think we're gonna play it. In MALF pulling a Zeno, getting rid of that certificate right away, saying, "Okay, I'm good. I don't want to bloat the deck. I want to find the red seal to glass it."
Yep. Doesn't want gold seals. I understand. Ouija dubs? The perfect time?
Never. But perfect time.
Every time's the perfect.
No,
Exactly.
no. Don't grab any cards here. MALF, no, please. You just got rid of the certificate.
I agree. Oh, he's thinking about that heart. The 3 is juicy to him. Yeah, I think he's thinking. Oh, there's Ouija dubs in his chat. I think he was thinking about like past glory in the hack of last game.
I think
if I was
this
MALF
nigga.
here, I would take the runner, but
Yeah, it makes more sense for MALF
when
than
Fur took it. I didn't like it. Honestly,
what's for.
because he didn't have that much money.
Ugh, I don't like that. I don't like this. Space Joker is useless on white stake.
I think it's not useful, but it's blocking it on common. Is that
It
not
does
valuable?
block an uncommon, but I much rather be rolling in this sense. And
Yeah.
while
I
MALF
definitely
is
would have
gonna,
at least taken 1 roll here.
MALF
One more for MALF.
gets
Ooh.
interest, but do you dare play it? You got rid of the certificate.
I mean, 1 in 4 chance to break. That's like 1 in 4s don't happen in Balatro. That's basically 0 in 4.
Yeah, especially if you saw that first seed at Z. I mean,
I did see MALF lose what 4 to 5 glass cards. That was a bit rough.
6, I think. I mean, the thing was that they were scored like 8 times and had 6 or 7 breaks.
It looks like he is gonna put up a good hand.
I mean,
Will this red seal glass be enough to beat out the Stuntman half Joker that first?
I think so with the even Steven and the Lusty.
Yeah.
Oh, it survived. Okay, it's not going to be enough at all. It's not even close. All right,
Not
maybe
even
I
close.
underestimated the Stuntman. Well, if we get a second flush here, actually,
Does a second flush clear 6k with no glass? 2 even hearts right now.
with if I don't know if there's any more face cards, it's really the chips that would matter.
Yeah.
I think.
There was actually only one. There were 2 face cards of hearts. I remember.
Yes, so he
think I
played them
remember.
both. So it'd have to be like even Steven with something with like a full house. I think we have to ignore Lusty if we're
Or the Joker that you were panning so harshly, the Space Joker can show up.
yeah. Gothic, go ahead.
Is there ever a chance we get a straight flush here and then we've got the chips in there plus the hearts ready to go with it? Is there a 5-6 of hearts in there somewhere? I know there's only 2 6s in the whole of the starting deck.
I literally don't even know. Oh, what?
Oh my! What
That's
a play
insane.
from Fur! It does not break.
Unless Malf gave away some info about like glass not breaking, but I was gonna say I love glassing the purple seal so we make copies of glass and purple seals in the future when we death, but
Yeah, playing it that's risky.
playing it's crazy. For 10 molt or 20 molt, I guess, with the times 2.
Melf did pick up another.
Oh, he
face
did
card
have
heart.
one more
I
face
lied.
card of hearts. Oh my, what a high roll. Still not enough,
What?
but we
Not
did get
enough?
the
4,000.
I think
And
if
he
we
scored
play
3,000 off a flush of hearts, so I don't know if he's getting there.
the 7's 10 molt, if maybe a 2 pair with 7s and jacks. Or diamond flush. Oh, and then Space Joker goes off for his eye card.
Yep. Do you love the
That's
Space Joker
brutal.
talking like
4 diamonds.
that? All right, 7 high
sixes.
card, pivot into Baron Mime with the high card score, and the Space Joker procs too. What do you think?
Ooh.
Space Joker? Damn it. All right. Stuntman takes another victim.
I mean, I can't believe Fur played the glass card and was also correct about having to play that glass card to win that PvP. That was insane.
Wait, did he? Wouldn't just another hand have just been okay?
I thought that was Fur's final hand.
Oh, I mean, like, wouldn't if Fur just played a normal like high card? Because Malf was 4K off,
That 7 gave him
20 molt.
22 molt because he had 2 with the high card. Dang it. So 22 molt.
So it kind of like
So that's a
doubled
times
his
2.
score.
Yeah, and I think he got 8,000. Or do you get 6,000? I don't know. It would have been close.
Or does glass goes before holographic? Yes, glass goes before. So it's actually
Oh.
awful. It's actually
Oh,
like
yeah.
a really bad play.
Never mind. Take it back.
All right.
Mouth
Fur
choosing
does
to
take
level
it
up
off
flushes
half?
instead of 5 of a kind.
Ooh.
Yeah, that makes sense for where we're at now for Malf, but I feel like that's not where we want to be. I actually think that makes more sense for Fur to do because they still have certificate, but if we got rid of certificate to build into specific cards, and we're classing 8s,
Even, and it's a
I
heart.
mean, even heart.
I guess, but
Was
we
there really
could
a
class
better
another
option? You think a
4.
face card class?
Or
It
another-
looks
or
like
a
Fur
face
is
card.
waiting for Malf, and is going to copy what Malf chooses to do on this rare skip tag.
Well, Malf did say he hates that, so for
Yep.
trying to get under his
Well,
skin.
I don't think Fur has any obligation to do anything that Malf likes when facing him in PvP. Is Malf looking to drop the Lusty Joker for Onyx Agate?
Huh?
No.
What?
Gets rid of the Faceless Joker.
That is just
That's a lot of your chips, Malf. Yep.
that was a
That's what-
bad. Oh my god, we found a red seal 8 to go in with the Hunters 8.
Another red seal.
It's pretty good for not great, but good.
Yeah. Definitely would have wanted that to be a little bit higher. A 10 at the minimum, maybe a 9 if. But interesting.
Yeah,
Malf does not take the rare skip tag, so maybe Malf knew and diverged in a different way.
Do you guys think there's an argument for hiding all shop information until a player it readies up, rather than
Yes.
seeing
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
strategic changes between small blind, big blind playing?
We've talked about this. This is a feature that this game wasn't meant to be hyper competitive when it first came out. It was meant to be fun between friends, which then I think the enemy location makes a ton of sense. But now, when you're playing in competitive environment, even Major League Balatro, which I wouldn't say is like the most hyper competitive of competitive, you want to wait for information. So the easiest thing to do to stop stalling is, well, to give people information.
Malf getting another justice from a purple seal discard is very big for him.
Mm-hmm.
And Fur found his rare skip tag was the Tribe. So ×2 on flushes. Not very good, especially because he's basically playing high card pairs with his Stuntman.
Hilarious is Fur is the one who should really be taking Swashbuckler, because we're playing high card with Stuntman.
He's got an egg. He's definitely thinking of it.
I mean, there's no way we don't, right? I still don't agree with the delayed play over Faceless, but...
Oh, he sold his Faceless for delayed gratification. Even with, I mean, because you want to get out of Stuntman, which is why delayed gratification is better than Faceless with Stuntman.
I have given a lot of praise to Fur, and I guess it's time for their critique, which is I do believe Fur sometimes sees a line, like the 2-pair, and it doesn't have enough confidence to pivot. And especially if you're gonna, like, this is why I think Fur sees more success on higher stakes, because it's hard to pivot on higher stakes and it's not really necessary. On white stake, you have to pivot. There is a world. Don't get me wrong. There is a world where he wins this PvP and then MALF finds nothing in the next shop and Fur just 4-0s. But it's like, that's not going to happen 80%, 90% of the time.
And earlier on, he was fixated on his 2-pair game. You have to wonder how many times in the history of Balatro PvP has somebody taken a 2-pair build into a big win.
I did watch Fur do it once this season, so it's one time, I think, ever.
Not bad. Not bad.
The one and only.
The one and only. I don't... Oh, yeah, this does get out. Well, in a flush level.
It has it. And this should clear. And a Space Joker proc? Oh.
Space Joker isn't real. It's a fake Joker.
It seems to be true. Except for the 1 pair that MALF leveled up. Alright, MALF has a lot of money to play with again. Will he find something to defeat the Stuntman half Joker? I mean, he's got a couple of glass cards in his deck.
Oh, there's a Temperance that Fur would have saw if they didn't skip.
Ooh.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Divergence.
And Fur is kind of like lacking a little money right now, so that's kind of rough. MALF will gladly take $15 though.
But at 4 lives, he could afford to just kind of keep hoarding this egg until he's down to his last life, last 2 lives, whatever it might be.
Yeah. I agree with that Gothic.
Astronomer? Interesting.
I think he's just going to skip. He'd rather have the Temperance. You can buy him
he doesn't even take either? Okay, I guess. Yeah, he doesn't want to ruin his Fool queue.
I definitely feel like we take... I mean, you take Banana over Swash, right? Or you just take both. Ah! It's gone really dark in Canada. No, MALF's camera sometimes overheats.
Someone in chat had an amazing joke when Gothic's camera went out. They said it's dark. It's nighttime in the UK.
Oh, true.
It is pitch black outside. It's about to hit 10 p.m. right here.
Zoom in. The angry MALF zoom was perfect. Oh my
Definitely
God.
more zoomed in, possibly even more locked in as well.
I think the hat's also greener.
Yeah. Well, it's the reset. Reset the camera. Oof. We have a nice full house here, but we didn't level up the full house because we're too dedicated to the flush. Because for some reason, no offense, MALF thinks that this Lusty Joker is a very key component.
It's possible. More bolt than the Swash, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we do have a pretty good hand here.
I think he has more 4 hearts, or at least wild 4s in this deck.
Yeah, we could
I
even get a
think he
flush
has the
house.
possibility for flush house, yes.
Yeah.
And a flush house might clear what Fur's got.
With the red seal glass, absolutely would.
Yeah.
I think we'd beat at like 140k.
I think Fur will finish up.
I mean, even
around 20k each hand.
if
I'm gonna go for the flush.
fun
Just
fact,
enough. Can it be 80K?
I am just about positive the scary face with this simple king would have been more beneficial to score than the banana and the swash put together.
I think you're correct. I think you're very correct. But all right, let's see it.
Oh, I broke the red seal broke and we didn't score enough.
Oh,
Oh my
it's
god,
close.
Fur's in such a good spot.
Yes.
Oh no. Not greedy enough. If we were even just a little bit more greedy and realizing that we're going for one big hand, we would have had the chariot out, which would have been enough to at least get us to 60,000.
Yep. And the 4 does come through his discards in hand, so he would have had the flush.
He would have
house,
had
so-
that too. Top of everything.
All right. Losing the red seal glass is gonna definitely put MALF back, and he's most likely gonna be at 1 life here. Let's see what he can do. For play your hand real quick before you can't score your lucky. Oh,
We don't
minus
allow
$40.
nightmare technology here. So mouth down to the last life. Oh, that's such a slap in the face. Oh my god. Not the DNA.
Yeah, Malf is reeling. He hates to see it.
Oh, brother.
Malf opening his deck, looking like John Travolta. Where's the red seal 4?
I sent you guys an image in the room 2 chat.
Let's take a little look.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Oh god. This is gonna be Malf's face when he pulls off a reverse sweep, I believe.
You know, the funny thing is, it's still not terrible for Malf. Like, the setup is not far away.
Another temperance, and Fur sees it. Fur's got $66.
That is money.
Oh, holy. Alright, what is Malf thinking on how to get out of this tiny / huge hole he's in?
Imagine skipping the voucher. Only one person I know would do that. Only one person I know would spend $40 on re-rolling and then purchase the voucher and then not re-roll anymore.
Does Mouse have any glass left for this DNA to hunt down?
2 8s.
He's got a couple
2 8s.
glass 8s, I believe.
Yes. Well, and I really think Malf should. Did Malf buy the Planet X?
I'm not sure.
Because I think it's a huge mistake if he didn't. Like, 5 of a kind absolutely needs to be the play now.
Yeah.
Okay, we found a
Fur has
glass.
found actually an amazing tempo card, a blackboard.
Mm-hmm.
With what Malf is putting up, I don't know if he can beat ×3 more. Or would have scored 80k last round, so 240 is the score to beat for Malf, and no red seal glass to piggyback off of. Mail-in rebate.
Well, you'd have to sell DNA for it, huh? Like, you don't really... Or you can finally decide to pivot, but I think that blackboard would give me enough confidence to be like, let me try and finish it here.
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, with the DNA, he's got glass in hand, and he still has certificate. He actually has the ability to pivot into something like late game. If
True,
Malf
isn't it?
somehow pulls off a comeback, he's actually in a not a bad position, I think, for right now. And he's gonna get this glass purple seal.
And it's a holographic glass purple seal.
Yep.
very pretty.
Yeah. So it does die times 2 then plus 10. So it is like it is not the. It's gonna give us a
Acrobat
certificate here.
2, that's
Ooh.
very
Ooh.
close to GG. I don't think MALF will see that.
No, don't sell this certificate. It's done you so much. You can do you
You
more.
absolutely should sell the certificate.
Absolutely not. Keep it. Red Seal King on the horizon. Just trust. Just believe.
57 cards in the deck.
Like, I mean, why do you even need this? I mean, $5? You're playing Stuntman. You don't need the. You don't.
Well,
need,
it's
you
just
don't care
not
about
to-
how many cards. Man.
I feel like it would just be to not get a card next round. Oh,
I mean,
never mind. MALF still has
you
a
think
big blind
we're
to go.
selling DNA for Acrobat here? If you're a fur, Zeno?
I don't know.
'Cause that's
Gothic,
the
what do
one
you
that-
do?
If I'm fur, I probably just keep DNA because I'm on 4 lives, and so I can just like continue to steamroll with the 3 more pairs of shops that I definitely get to see, and just deck fix a little longer, or even give up the egg for it because I mean, egg swashbuckler is where our value is though. So
Yeah.
And
It feels really hard to give up egg here.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, yeah, if this turns into a longer game, like, we'll be able to create glass red seals with tarot cards. We don't necessarily need the DNA, and you only need 5 copies. So
Is Burglar more score? It's because it gives you 3 more hands, and you're scoring the same each hand. So it's like
It'd
a
be-
times 4 instead of a times 3 from Acrobat, right?
Yes, I guess you're right. You could play like the last hand with the chariot. There could be some way to get more score though
That's true.
with the singular bigger hand. And you could also
Alright,
miss
Malf
blackboard
Dire
maybe.
Straits. Actually, is Malf dead here?
he's got 3 discards, doesn't he?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he does have 3 discards. I saw one hand. I was like, oh.
Might be dead though. Needs to draw a heart. Never mind. Does not need to draw a heart.
The Emperor is like, I got you, Malf.
No, the Emperor was huge. There's so many things in there that could have got him out. As he furiously typing away.
Sorry, I was replying to.
I
somebody's
just
chat.
bought a silent keyboard, so now I got to be that person that complains.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but
And
Zaino,
mouse
you
actually-
leave your
Go ahead.
oh,
Malf does get out. Fur has a red seal
Oh.
glass. Oh, he's not looking at the hologram. Don't you think? Don't you think it's not very good right now? A duo?
No.
Now is the duo better than Acrobat? Times 2 on every hand, maybe.
That's a good point. Maybe.
3 discards.
Yeah, actually, it
most
probably would be because you'd only need a couple pairs to make it worth it. Yeah, that was maybe a minor mistake from further that again could cost them. It's not likely to cost them, but it could.
Does Malf have at least one more shop after this?
I don't
I
know
don't
how
know
you
if
don't
he
roll
plays a
down
big
to
one.
0 here.
I mean, yeah, he's Malf is gotta find something.
Maybe
No,
even,
Malf did the big blind, so he does. This is his last shop.
and Mel's also
what
gonna
could you find
realize
in
that
$30.
yeah, you gotta sell
So
banana.
actually, this is
for
this
that.
is what first saw like a while ago. So actually, given that information, does Malf have any outs in the shop?
I think there's an acrobat next reroll. I think the acrobat's next reroll.
But would Acrobat? I guess it does help Malf.
I think it
more.
actually helps Malf more than it helps for.
Yeah.
But he's got to go all the way down. There it is.
I think mail-in rebate's good. I think I drop Lusty for, well, maybe the
I
plus
dropped the
three,
DNA. I think you need Econ to come back. I don't necessarily need the DNA. And you can't use DNA. I wouldn't be using DNA in this one because
yeah,
we got to
you're right.
draw the
You
right
can't use
cards.
DNA.
It sells the rebate, which it just...
Yeah. Especially, like, even if he does win this blind, what's he going to do the next one? First sitting on 26. And any temperance makes that 76.
I would love to see MALF win this because it would force Fur to try... Like, let's see if Fur can pivot type thing.
I see. Yeah. Alright, let's see a MALF. Maybe a flush house with a steal and an acrobat? I'm not sure.
That's a lot. 5 of a kind. I think you could just I would just 5 of a kind with the 8 since that's where all my glass is at.
Yeah, I think it's 2 glass there. First putting up 46k, just starting off. Can expect a bit more than that because he's got the acrobat as well.
Has the flush house, but got rid of the chariot to do that.
And then he has to, he has to play down to get to his acrobat hand.
Yeah, I'm not flush housing here. I feel like I need to draw the glass in a 5 of a kind. The 5 of a kind's also leveled up. It's better than a flush house.
Sell DNA, see what the judgment has.
Yeah, I think you guys sell DNA here. It's too greedy. No, MALF. He's positioning it like he wants to play his flush house now. But he doesn't have acrobat ready yet. Yeah. Oh, no. He's teasing us. He's keeping the 8, so he has the flush house and looking for the 5 of a kind. But only tossing 2 cards away each turn is...
With leaving 2 glass on the table there that could have been drawn.
He has 5 of a kind. He has 4 glass in the deck.
Wait, and he didn't Hierophant the 4. It just feels like MALF's acting like he's got multiple lives. Doesn't get the lucky hit, which I feel like they needed. Yeah, that's GG.
That's for sure.
And Fur, while the playoff hopes may be gone, the pride is big heading into season 3 with this win.
And
for
take
Mr. Michael
for the road. Does not
Fox.
even need to acrobat. GG.
All right, go mute ourselves and jump in game 1.
And I was thinking, like, that could be a good way to kind of like maybe blitz. But I got some early glass, and I was like, we'll just ride the storm.
Did you buy the certificate at all? I'm curious.
I did, and then like, I sold it after like 1 or 2 years because like, what, I don't want to flood my deck with too much stuff. I think if you're rocking Stuntman, it makes probably.
I wasn't worried as much with Stuntman, so I kept it for a bit longer. But it was getting to a point where I was worried, like, is this gonna be okay? Like, is something gonna come up and then I'm gonna regret that I have all these extra jokers or extra cards in my deck? Which I guess fortunate for me didn't happen, but
yeah, I think like Stuntman definitely gives you that flexibility, but I don't know, like I felt I got the DNA a few turns ago, so I was like, okay, I gotta try and like make more glass. And so I lost to you just before I got DNA. I broke a red seal glass 4.
Oh, that's rough.
And it really ticked me off because it wasn't even enough to beat you. And because I didn't, do the math or whatever. But I was like, is it even worth using this? I'm not sure I beat him, and it didn't. And so then I saw the DNA and I was like, that really sucks because that would have changed things.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing where if I like let you get more time, basically, I think you were in a much better position to really start scaling with glass.
Yeah.
Because I had like, I think I did have 2 red seal glass cards, but I had no way of getting more than them because I'm like, okay, I could keep this DNA, but I think it's better if I take the blackboard, take the acrobat, and just try and win right now.
I mean, it worked. Honestly, that's kind of typically what I do against other people. I'm just like, don't give them time to set up. And I mean, yeah, if I had taken the stuntman, I think it would have been very similar. But part of me was like, we keep picking the same jokers. And I had a feeling you were going to take stuntman. So it's like,
You're like, oh, he's a stuntman guy.
Yeah, no. I mean, again,
my question is, did you take credit card and buy more than you should have?
No, because I did a $25 skip, so I bought into the.
I did not take it.
Yeah, I wasn't entirely sure. I'm bad with economy type stuff and having restraint, so it probably would have been better to just take the stuntman and just accrue some interest that way. But you got me. You got me.
Yeah, fun games though. Hope you had a good time.
Oh yeah. Oh, had a great time. It's been a pleasure. Good.
Of course.
Good luck on your week 7.
Yeah, I get to play Nandre.
He is a pesky individual.
I would imagine.
I managed to beat him. Was that last week we played? I think. Yeah. But in season 1, he beat me. He's traditionally a plasma deck lover, so
really
maybe watch out for that.
We gotta go back to plasma gold.
He does it on gold. He does it on gold. So, but surprisingly, he didn't pick plasma against me this time. So really? I don't know. Maybe he's trying to throw people off. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
That means you've already fought C-dubs. Do you have any pointers for me? He's my last match.
I think it all comes down to the Ouija.
He is a Ouija believer.
It's true. And sometimes it just works.
Yeah.
It's insane.
He was in my chat earlier. I saw one in a spectral pack and he was chanting for it, but
I saw it and I'm like, I only have 5 cards in my hand. I don't know if I could take this.
Yeah, that's a bit much. It's a bit much.
Yeah.
But you never know. I try to diverge from whoever I'm up against. I think a Ouija is a really good divergence driver.
It is.
So yeah.
It can definitely make the difference sometimes, but it can also do that in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, we got the commentators in here ready to poke fun at the misplays. Do you guys have anything to say for us, or?
We would never poke fun at misplays.
You were lusty over that lusty Joker.
Pardon?
You were very lusty over the lusty Joker.
Honestly, I just didn't even think about it. But I at one point I was looking at the even Steven as well. I was like, what am I doing with these? But I just
one is fine because it adds the base mult a little bit before your glass cards. But yeah, I think you got really there's critiques for all 3 games for everybody, but just the last thing my mouth was just go at especially that last one being your last life. You have to dig for every single glass card. And just play 5 by time with 8s.
$4 or something. Or wait, did I not dig for every glass card?
You were discarding you had the flush house, but
right. I had one more glass 8, I think maybe.
Yeah, and I feel like you it seemed like you realized Fur had the stuntman thing going on, and then seen him put up 40K right away. I was like, okay, he's probably gonna put that up 4 or 5 more times. So.
No, that's what went through my head, and I think part of me just kind of gave up. I don't know. I was just
Damn.
like, the first match that I lost, and like all my glass just kept breaking so much. Even in this run, like the first 8 I played with the DNA.
You
and
did
it
have
just
a
breaks.
lot of glass break.
And my red seal glass broke. Like, it's when that kind of RNG happens to you a lot, and I'm just like, frick this. You know, I want to rage quit, but obviously I can't because it's competition. But
You could have came back.
yeah.
The only other thing is that I think you actually there's a PvP there you lost because you sold Scary Face for Swashbuckler. The Scary Face was way more valuable. With the
Yeah,
plus
no,
one,
I didn't. Again, I feel like I have some kind of brain fog today or whatever, because that last match, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, okay, there's a lot of 8s in this deck, you know, try to do glass and stuff, and then they kept breaking, and I was like, well, what the frick do I do now, man? Like,
I get it.
I don't know. It was not optimal, and I think it's the white stake.
Well, it
White
is.
Stake's
It's a big
weird.
difference. Yeah, I. It's a big change. We were kind of talking about how I think picking your stake when you have the first choice is I think more and more after 2 seasons of this, I think is the correct decision. Like there's
Yeah.
decks can definitely throw you off, but you have to be playing the stake that you're most comfortable with.
Yeah, I think I was like, because Fur was like, oh, I've been going like purple steak, and I was like, you know
Well, he
what?
did trick you. But
You gave me the steak, and I'm like, I want to mix it up. 'Cause
That
I
was a
just
great
lost
play.
on purple.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, to me, it's more of like, I feel. I mean, I picked erratic deck, right? Too. That's kind of like the most random one, but I feel okay with most decks to an extent. Especially on gold stake, right? So I should have just gone for what felt the most comfortable. You know, I'd rather be playing on gold stake and whatever deck than like, you know, picking a random deck and then playing on white stake. So, oh well. Hopefully it was fun. I mean, you beat me fair and square.
Yeah, it was. I had fun.
No, I had fun too. I had fun too.
we had fun. Thank you for playing, MALF. Thank you for helping out Edsy Gothic on commentary. It was a great Friday.
Oh,
And now, I mean,
I'm,
MALF, to be fair, this game does not really matter. It all comes down to the game with UNC Dubs next week.
Really? I thought
That-
like I needed more points the better, right? But I guess we were
Because
going
you
into
guys are
this week, we were
playing each
tied.
other, the only way that this game really mattered is if you or C-Dubs swept your opponent and the other one didn't. And
Right.
even then, if you sweep the person that... Basically, because the tiebreakers head-to-head, whoever wins next week is going to win the... get into the playoff spot. It could matter for Scooty, I guess.
C-Dubs could 3-0 Bean. If he C-Dubs 3-0's Bean, then he wins it, right? Or
Well, I
no,
think
Malf
they're-
has to 3-0 C-Dubs.
Then
right?
then MALF has to 3-0 C-Dubs.
Yeah.
For you did need to sweep today to keep your playoff hopes alive, but it was a really, really good
I
win.
wasn't really that worried about. My thought process today has been, I'm just gonna give it my all. I think I already missed playoffs, so I just want to play and put on the best I can.
That's kind of what happened to me last season. I was going up against Scooty. I was told at one point it was impossible for me to get in the playoffs, and then later I was actually corrected that maybe theoretically I could, but I didn't know that till after the fact. But anyway, I ended up beating Scooty. I don't know if it was a sweep or like a 2v1, but then it came down to like some tiebreaker shenanigans maybe for the playoffs or whatever. But like when you think like, oh, I have nothing to lose, it helps you play better for whatever reason, I think, you know. So yeah,
I'm just like, I want to give everyone my best, and like if today, like me, how well I do affected like your playoff chance. I'm not here to, I guess, give it to anybody. I'm here to play Balatro and try my best.
And that's the way it should be, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously I want to win, but like, I would never be like, yeah, please throw so I can, like, that's not fun, right?
Oh,
Like,
I
it
mean, the
just
50
ruins the
million
integrity of everything.
dollar Venmo you sent me says otherwise, but
No, that wasn't for you to throw. That was for foot rub.
oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I would never pay to win. Unless no. Well,
Thank
that
you
was
both.
it was good games. Thanks for playing Fur, and you know, thanks to you guys for commentating. Be interested to hear what you had to say behind our backs.
We were in
yeah,
front
yeah.
of your faces the whole time.
Yeah, no, I make mistakes, and as I make them, I'm kind of like, I know I'll be judged for, like, I'm judging myself too. I'm like, why did I do that? But sometimes I just can't resist. It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. It is.
Well,
Before you guys
Yeah.
go, Malf and Fur, can we show you Malf's face after playing a 4 red seal glass that disappeared?
And then to
Oh,
get
no.
DNA the next, literally 10 seconds later.
This
yeah,
is-
you
this is
can.
too
Yeah,
good of
if you have a
face, though.
screenshot.
I guess let me copy image, and then let me just post it in the general.
Oh no.
That's a good phase.
Oh,
It was heartbreaking, honestly.
Imagine being married to that. That's I think that might be a new profile pic.
Thank you, Edsy.
Thank you for sharing.
All right, GG's everyone. I will speak to you all later. Have
GGs.
great weekends. And yeah.
You,
GG's,
you
everybody.
guys as well. All right.
GGs.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, chat. I do believe it is time for me to go. Let me see if Malf's still streaming.
But theoretically,
Well, we'll raid Malf regardless.
I go against C-Dubs, and we're both tied for 4th currently. So, yeah, it is kind of like whoever wins that gets into the playoffs, which is not the kind of pressure that I need.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for all the
Yeah, you still gotta
subs,
play the rest. So
Turbo.
they're
That was a
saying
great
something like,
image. Awoken
you
Papa,
sweep beer,
Beard, Big Squeak. Everybody, have a great day.
then-
Bye bye. Bye YouTube.